for a bit, right? And let me ask, would you, sort of a scenario, right? Would you rather date a man who is loyal, everything you're looking for in a man, but he lacks motivation or to strive more and he makes 35K a year? Or would you rather date a man who makes over six figures in that 10% mark, but is occasionally a cheater?
No, I don't put up with cheating.
Okay, actually, well, let's rephrase that.
I
Let's
cannot.
say it's not a monogamous relationship. Because cheating is always like the deal breaker for a lot of women, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you cheat, you're done. But now let's say you're getting into a situation where you know it's not monogamous, but you're basically the main thing. And it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's your perspective, right? Like a lot of women will say, well, I'll put up with it. But in the case of, the scenarios, like either you go with the broke dude who's completely loyal, but that's all he's ever going to become. Or you go with a guy who is striving for more.
He's fine.
But he will occasionally cheat.
Wait, both?
Nah. The
Which
one
one's
that,
cute?
the cute, I mean, the cute, what is
They're
it?
both,
35,000.
let's just call it what it is. They're both attractive. But you'd have to turn the eye every so often.
With the guy that makes more money.
Mm-hmm. There's no in between.
You go first.
She got to marinate on it. She got to marinate on it.
Baby, neither.
Neither?
I'm
Dang.
gonna choose my piece every single day.
No. Wait. Hold up. The question is, you gotta pick one.
I have to pick one.
Pick one.
I'm gonna
She's
pick
saying
me.
neutral.
I'm gonna pick me.
Me too.
Absolutely, because ain't no man about to make me one. Always motivate him. If you can't find the motivation, what are we doing?
Let me ask you this: do you ever want to be in a relationship again and be in your full feminine energy and allow a man
you're
to be
giving,
masculine?
You're giving very,
You're
very
giving 100%
masculine
masculine vibes
super
right
masculine vibes, like superwoman masculine right now.
No, let's talk
I
about
mean,
it. Go ahead.
what I'm giving is grown woman vibes.
That
right?
sounds like masculine,
Masculine energy
demanding
for
vibes.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. But that's why, if you're gonna put me in my feminine era, then put me in.
Well, I put you into scenarios,
Yeah,
though.
them dogs gotta go.
Yeah.
The marketing gotta go, and you gonna do what you gotta do.
So-
All the extra stuff. Gotta go.
So okay, so you'd go what? What would you choose? The broke dude or the dude that's making enough, but again, occasionally
The one
cheats?
who's cuter.
They're both attractive. Let's put it that they're both attractive. Okay,
Same guy,
to your
two
liking,
different
whatever
worlds.
it is. But both scenarios are different. You got homeboy in low income, or you got the 10%.
It's like asking you want the trash pussy or the smelly pussy. Like,
No, I mean, what? That's
not-
the
wait,
same
is
thing.
that-
That's the same thing. Yo, because
No.
trash
Oh, yeah.
and stank is the
no,
same.
Can-
it's
can of
not.
sardines.
It could be trash or it could smell.
No,
Like,
if it smells, it's probably still gonna be trash.
You're giving me two shitty options and telling me to pick one.
They're really
Both
not
are
I'm gonna-
shitty
I'm gonna
options.
No,
say
man,
I'd
hey.
rather-
Not
I'd rather
shitty
not
options.
do neither.
Answer the question. Low income, or buddy that's making enough. He's making more than enough, but again, you have to turn the eye.
I have to turn the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I kind of divert?
Well, let's see what you got.
Sure.
Okay. The guy that is ambitious, right? Whatever, right? He
Mm-hmm.
wants to cheat. So are we in an open relationship?
No.
you're not-
No.
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 See,
Because
cheat back
a
is
man's
crazy.
no, hold on. A man's infidelity and a woman's infidelity is completely
Yeah,
different.
completely.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
You think
100%.
it's the same?
No, I think cheating is cheating.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I mean, well, cheating is cheating if you're in a
Cheating is
monogamous
cheating.
relationship. Then yes.
Yeah, cheating
Yeah.
is cheating, right?
But this is not a
Yeah,
monogamous.
this is not
relationship.
monogamous
This is
relationship. This is
yeah.
what we just explained.
I can't give y'all an answer.
Here,
because-
okay. Here's the better scenario. Here's the better scenario. I think here's
Chad,
the
what
better
do y'all
scenario.
think?
This here it goes. If
They're
you-
avoiding the question 100%.
No,
I'm not
exactly.
Avoiding the
I
question.
gave my question. I
here's-
gave my answer.
Here's I think this is where it's at. All right, regardless of the guy you choose, you're going to get cheated on. So would you rather get cheated on by a little brokey or Mr. Richie?
Babe, I'd rather stay in the house.
Here we go.
And not worry
got-
about
That's
the
giving
one
that's giving
cuter.
masculine.
The one
Yeah,
that's
let's
cuter.
straight
They're both
masculine.
attractive though.
Yes.
I don't think
Like
I-
equally. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You imagine
I don't know
that.
who you
But,
think is fine, but,
again,
I can't
look,
even-
homeboy's super loyal, everything you ever wanted in a man,
Mm-hmm.
but is never gonna cross over that barrier
They
of,
just
of
want us to say the
that
one has more
bracket.
money, right?
No, I just don't know.
No,
don't
I
know
just
what you're
genuinely
gonna
wanna
pick.
know.
Yeah, we just want her to say an answer. She's like, I'm picking me.
Or
That's
does the-
not
or,
answer.
you
It's
know,
like,
does-
it's like true or false. You only
does-
got one of the answers. It's one of the
Does a lifestyle matter to you or does it not?
I think it does.
Okay, so you'd go for the 10%. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll just cheat back whenever he cheats.
Damn, that's wild. But y'all are not monogamous, so
Yeah.
he ain't cheating.
But
Yep.
you just said that he's not loyal.
I said y'all are not monogamous.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So that
Doesn't
means
mean he ain't loyal. Okay, men show their loyalty with providing.
you're taking you're taking a chance, right? You're taking a chance on that 10% dude.
Yes, that is
Wait,
exactly how men show their
I
loyalty.
agree. Women show their love based on how attractive they are to a man. Attracted to a man.
Submissiveness.
But a man shows love based on their hard work. Can you agree?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so would you
You can
I
agree.
think, I think
Yeah,
a
you can.
man, I think a man providing, I think a man nurturing his relationship. You should never stop dating your woman
I get you on that. Taking her on
Okay,
dates.
The
so-
attraction never yeah, you're right.
because one, you should always keep it spicy. You should, and because how y'all gonna fall out? You should.
Threesomes. You gotta keep it
If
spicy.
the woman-
Somebody
if
okay,
the
hold on.
woman-
Somebody said you saying men show loyalty by providing?
It's fucking wild. And I think
It's,
that is.
it's not wild.
It's
It's,
not
not,
wild.
because
It's literally
And,
not.
and okay, going back to the point I mentioned, right? A man's infidelity to a woman's infidelity is completely different. And I'll tell you why, right? Because a man's infidelity is not based on emotion.
Right.
Okay, right? We
Yeah,
can
it's
look,
just
we can
it's
look at somebody
random,
and say
it's spontaneous,
absolutely.
it's
But
improv.
women
Yeah.
women can't women won't sleep with a man they're not attracted to.
I mean,
Right?
That's not always the case.
Okay, so
these
you've
OnlyFans
you've slept with somebody
No,
who's
no, no,
you're not
that's
attracted
not always
to.
the case.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I can say I've dated people that weren't super attractive.
Oh,
Because,
and then his intelligence is what made you attracted to him.
Ah, his intellect.
because you can have a great personality.
So you saying
But
you
have
but
a-
wait,
they're
but wait,
still gonna
it did.
cheat.
But even then, it still didn't work.
exactly.
That's why I go for
Well,
looks.
sure, yeah.
And
Okay.
it ain't no sure.
So I think it was a little bit more than
Yeah,
that.
it did work out.
Okay, yeah.
That's usually what happens. If the woman's likes you mentally, she probably isn't gonna be fully attracted to you
That's
physically.
not true. The attraction
I
grows.
understand
the
it grows
attraction
over time, but-
as
Women-
the
women-
relationship grows.
Okay, but women are attracted to what? Again, kind of go using the analogy. Women are attracted to what they hear. Men are attracted
What they
to what they see. Right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah.
But as a woman, you gotta differentiate the bullshit between the real shit.
It ain't that hard.
It ain't that hard. But some people can get it confused with, oh my god, he really likes me. Like, oh my god.
A
Like,
damn
no.
good man knows how to hide that, right? Because they either study stoicism, they know how to study
But you
persuasion,
gotta
manipulating.
remember that's not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be every man.
yeah.
Every man's not gonna
Yeah, a lot of men
carry
suck.
themselves that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of men that suck. I
Yeah,
promise.
no,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of less masculine men
Hey,
in the
I
world.
heard this narrative. I feel like this is actually kind of true. It said that a lot of men that don't cheat on their woman are the ones that are jacking off to, corn and stuff
Oh, for
like
sure.
that because they're finding another way to put what they desire into like reality.
Well, it's kind of their validation, right?
They're moving it somewhere else.
But
Okay, can-
but
instead of cheating.
So
okay, go ahead.
is this where the lack of communication comes into play?
Not
you're
necessarily.
not communicating with your wife
No,
or your
because-
significant other what you are missing in that area.
I would say no because regardless, a man is going to be attracted to multiple different
Oh,
women.
for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure.
Us not being able
That's why I'll be
to
single forever.
deal with that attraction and just having to like go somewhere else and it sounds so bad, but we get tired of the same thing.
Okay,
We-
so
we
then
do.
you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Well, let me kind of hold on. Let me
No, you
input this.
shouldn't.
Let me put this into perspective, right? Because I understand what you're saying, right? And I feel that not every man moves that way, right? Because a man needs to understand how to feel fulfilled to just chasing the perfection, right? We talked about this last podcast, but a man who is truly connected within himself, aligned with himself, and saying, "Hey, look, anything that I'm attracted to and I'm happy with, that's fulfillment, right? Like I'm good with that." Whereas a man who's chasing that perfection is always going to chase the next big thing,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so they're never fully satisfied. I could be dating a very attractive girl who works out, whose body's banging, But if I'm chasing perfection, I'm always going to find someone who's going to be more attractive than
You're
that
always
person.
going to be wondering if the grass is
Yes.
greener on the other side.
Which,
Because they're lustful.
yeah.
It is a green on the
Lustful
other
men
side.
never get
A lot of the times it is.
It is.
It depends on the relationship,
I was
but
in 2 situations where I promise you the grass is.
The grass is greener where you water it.
100%.
I like that too.
Very nice,
But it
yeah.
is greener on the other side. Too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep starting over and over with new people, by all means, go
But
ahead.
but do you
Go
okay?
ahead.
Okay, but at the same time, like you turning an eye, right, and saying, "Hey, look, I do want to be with that 10% man." Right, you're avoiding that cycle yourself as a woman because you're going to run into the same problem if you're chasing that standard.
It's
No,
because
100%.
No, because my respect and my value is worth more than the disrespect, right? And because if you're going to disrespect me as the woman that's loyal to you, and it's like, this is my man, my man, my man, and then I have another woman that's like, that ain't your man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What if she says it is your man and she was just, trying to piece?
Listen, SZA, go sit down. Absolutely.
He is sitting down though. Cooked. Nah, he didn't get cooked. He didn't get cooked.
That
We
was
are
good
not
slice.
getting cooked on this podcast, right?
They
We're
are.
done gave her a
They're
slice.
oh no, 100% we're
No,
not.
They are.
that's
No.
just y'all's confidence. They want
Yeah.
to instill in y'all. Real quick, hey Raj, can you read Bobby's right there?
Okay.